How you doing, y'all? My name is Jerome Robinson with the Robinson Report, aka the Rooster, which you'll find out about in another episode. Hey, so I want to talk about Black Lives Matter and how a lot of black people are misinformed. Heck, a lot of white people are misinformed, but you do know that white people do not owe us an explanation for us being slaves, because our fellow black man enslaved us in Africa and sold us to the white man, and it was the white man who stopped slavery. So instead of asking the white man to apologize and have this demand of list, let it go. Stop. You're the one who's making racism a thing, because it's not. Are there a few racists? Heck yeah! I grew up in a hella racist town. I grew up in one of the richest towns in the United States, and it was ridiculously racist. And it took me a while to get over it. It did. I'm not gonna lie. It was rough for me. It was rough for me growing up. It was rough for me when I went in the Army. And when I was in the Army, it was very racist. Black stuck with black, white stuck with white. And you get in trouble as a black man for defending a white man. If you let that stuff fester and bother you and let it control you and dictate the terms and drive your life, then you're not in control. God's not in control. And if you believe in Jesus Christ is not in control. Stop letting your fears and the devil be in control and run your life. The white man does not owe you an apology. And if you're white and watching this, stop your dumb foolishness. Stop apologizing for what you've done. Stop apologizing for what other people have done. Even if you're not prejudiced, it doesn't matter. Look, I don't care if you're a KKK and people get, KKK should be marked as American terrorist group. I don't care if you're KKK, Black Lives Matter, Black Panther. I don't care what racism that you choose to belong to. It doesn't matter to me. You know who matters? God matters. Do you know how many black men get to be leaders in this country? President and CEO of Darden Corporation, which ran many of the restaurants and most of the restaurants in the United States, was a black man. President and CEO of SelectChoiceTV.com was one of the biggest retailers in the United States for Dish Network, DirecTV, Comcast, CenturyLink, Frontier. That was me, a black man. I was homeless when I was a kid. I didn't have the fortunate things that a lot of other people did. But it had nothing to do with my race. Me succeeding or not succeeding had nothing to do with my race. In fact, if anything, as a black man, I get unfair advantages over white men because I get to go to more colleges of my preference, even though I don't qualify for them. Let's see, I get certain grants. Heck, that's why Darden Corporation chummed up with Michelle Obama so they can get more black grants. If you're a black business owner, a minority business owner, you get preferential treatment over any white man. Certain companies have to hire a certain amount of black people. Colleges have to hire a certain amount of black people. Stop. I don't want unfair treatment. I don't play the lotto because I didn't earn it, man. I'm not going to live on some dream and some hype that one day I'm going to get it. I don't gamble for that reason. I mean, I do. I gamble in business. But I want to work hard for it. And if I fail, I don't blame the economy. I don't blame anybody who works for me. I don't blame the white man. I don't blame the black man. I don't blame anybody but myself, because I'm the reason for my success and I'm the reason for my failure. If I choose not to follow God, that's on me. If I choose to follow God, that's on me. I choose to be a better me tomorrow than I was yesterday by practicing being the best me I can be today, right now. And I encourage you to do the same thing. Stop blaming the white man. The only people who really have cause for is the Indians. Those are the only people. American Indians. But if you're a black man, remember this, and I can't say this enough. Get educated before you speak dumb talk. Is there racism? Yes. Are there racist cops? Heck yes. Does that mean all cops are racist? No. Do not disband our police department. I'm telling you this. I've done investigative reporting. 96% of cops are crooked in one way, shape, or form. Does that mean they should be defunded or disbanded? Hell no. If anything, funded more. Now, I said 96% are crooked. That doesn't mean they're racist. And that doesn't mean all are racist. That means in one time or another they've lied. And it's true. That doesn't mean they're bad people. And that doesn't mean that they should be fired. It means they should be trained and taught to do the right thing the right way. And it starts with leadership. Okay? Start thinking for yourself. All lives matter. All lives matter. I'll stand up for an Indian before I stand up for a black man or a white man. Call me an Uncle Tom. I'll punch you in the face. Don't for a minute get me twisted or get me started. You're a bigot if you're calling someone else an Uncle Tom. You don't even know what Uncle Tom means. Get your facts straight. Get your history straight. Stop the violence. Stop the looting. Stop the killing. More importantly, stop the hatred. What would Jesus do? Follow Jesus Christ. I encourage you, each and every one of you. What would Jesus do? We seem to all forgotten about it and lost our minds. What would Jesus do? I can't encourage you enough to pick up the Bible and read it. Reverend Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, glory hounds that are taking your money, stealing your money, they feed on this. If there's not craziness going on in the world, they don't make money. They make money off of other people's stupidity. Black on black crime is the biggest epidemic right now, in my opinion, in this country, and it needs to stop. Stop killing each other. We don't talk about it. Stop killing each other. Because CNN and MSNBC will not report the facts. In fact, if you follow my Facebook, you'll see, quote, they've lied on camera and have been called out by other black men for lying on camera. Republicans versus Democrats. Why do we have to have parties to begin with, number one? Number two, know your facts. The Democratic Party was the racist party. The Democratic Party was the party that supported slavery. The Democratic Party has been systematically, let me not use that word because it's so used today, unilaterally, and I'm going to say for the most part, which is kind of contradictory, crooked, and will lie and bend the truth. I hear people talking, like people who are like Black Lives Matter, that are talking about President Trump is a racist. Number one, if he was a racist, I wouldn't give a crap because he's still done more for my people than anybody else since Abraham Lincoln. Number one. Number two, what facts do you have you ever heard him say anything racist? Have you ever heard him say racist about anybody? Have you ever heard him say anything racist about Mexicans? No, he hasn't. Do you know who he wanted to put up a wall? Do you know that was started off by a Mexican Democrat in the late 50s, mid 60s? It was always a Democratic thing. In fact, Bill Clinton, Biden, Hillary Clinton, Obama have been talking about this wall, that we should have immigration reform and illegals should not be in the country. I'm talking Obama 5 years ago. They should not be in the country and we should put up a wall. All of a sudden, because President Trump wants to put up a wall, it's a problem. It's bad. All of a sudden, let illegals in. Oh, don't let me get started. Don't let me get started on Republicans are trying to block blacks from voting. Why? Because we're asking people to have an ID? What, you think a black man doesn't know how to get an ID or doesn't know how to go on the internet? Are we that dumb and that inferior and that stupid and we can't what? We can't what? Go out and get a license or an ID? And what? We're really bad in Florida, right? No! Get your head out of your backside. The reason why Republicans want people to have an ID is because Democrats know your history. If you remember Acorn, have been year after year, year after year, year after year, guilty of voter fraud. They literally will bring people back from the dead and count them as votes. Get your facts straight, man. Why is it when a Democrat does something highly illegal, in order to cover up, they twist it as if a Republican did it? Stop being stupid. Yes, I'm calling y'all stupid. Republicans have done more for the black community. Facts. And I can back it up. The best economists in the world, one of which is black, will tell you racism is not what's holding black people back. It's black people holding black people back, thinking that racism is what's holding them back. I've done studies on this. Stop making excuses. Welfare. Welfare is a horrible thing. I know people are going to get mad at me. It is. I'm going to tell you right now, I did some testing. If you're on welfare, it changes your mindset. You actually start to do worse. And you don't want to get off welfare, because the moment you do a little bit better than welfare, all of a sudden you go from making, let's say you get $1,000, right? You get food stamps, you get welfare, you're getting $1,000. The moment you make 1,001, you lose your benefits. So now you make $1. Is it in your best interest to get off welfare? Not unless you win the lottery, because nobody, and I mean nobody, goes from making $999 or $30 or $400 to all of a sudden making 5 times that amount in order so they don't need welfare. If I make $1,500 a month and I used to make $900 a month, guess what kind of raise I got? Take a guess. Choose your brains. Anybody? $500, $600? I actually went down in pay. The reason why is because I lost my benefits. And if you lose your benefits, all that money that went towards food, guess what? It's got to go towards food still, right? It goes towards cost of living. You don't need to be a mathematician. You just need to use your brain. The welfare system is horrible. And the reason Democrats want to keep people on welfare is to keep people in their pockets. There needs to be there's a whole lot of people who get paid in the United States government keeping people on welfare. There's a whole lot of stuff you don't know about, and I'll talk about it in another episode. Welfare is so corrupt. It's designed to keep the black man down. It's designed to keep the white man down. It's designed to keep all men down. And in the Democratic pocket. The Democratic Party has always been about slavery, and they're about slavery today. If they tell you how to vote, tell you how to think, because they're paying you, because Massa's paying you, they are your slave. And when I mean they are your slave, it's you are a slave to them. They, as in the people, are slave to the Democratic Party. Don't let the Democratic Party tell you how to think, tell you how to spend your money, tell you how to raise your children, tell you what to vote for, what to do, and throw it down your throat. Man, get educated. If I hear another person call President Trump racist, like, dude, you just lowered your IQ by I don't even know what it was to begin with, but to say stupid things that just don't make any sense, that are, you didn't hear there's no place you ever heard Donald Trump say anything that was racist, not once. And like I said, whether he is or not, that's his personal business. I don't care. And then people who work for me that were probably wannabe KKK, I don't give a crap. That's a personal preference. Just like it's my personal preference to be a Christian and follow Jesus Christ. hate me, LGBTQ, whatever you're called. Get over it. My point to you is, if you're going to protest something that matters, like Delta Airlines kicking someone off an airline because they don't like them, because they had a little bit of an attitude, or because a story that happened recently is Delta Airlines kicked someone off the airline because the guy paid for a ticket. They're telling him they want to free up the seat for somebody else because they overbooked, because they always do, because they're trying to get that dollar. And they kicked the whole family off the plane, don't refund them their money so they can put more people on. Are you kidding me? Kids, baby, whole bit. They're already seated. Plane's ready to take off. Delta, if I could stick up my middle finger to you, I would, but I can't because I'm trying to be a better Christian. Moving on from there, if you're going to protest the corrupt cops. Not that all of them are. And if any one of you police officers, especially Minneapolis and New York, are you crazy? You're the most crooked governor, crooked mayor ever walked the face of this earth. Every single one of you should walk off. LA, are you kidding me? You're protecting the politicians. You're literally guarding their house with rifles, protecting the politicians who want to disband you. Stop protecting them. Walk off. I was always against unions for the most part, not for all part, but this is where I'm changing. I'm changing. I'm actually starting to think for unions now, a little bit, in certain respects. Like, I think the New York Police Department should walk off. Minneapolis Police Department, walk off. Federal government, don't give Minneapolis any money until they get their act correct. I think all of these states and cities of states need to stop blaming the president when you screw up. Police your own damn state, police your own damn city, and if you need federal aid, don't throw it in his face. That's not how you ask for money. I'm not trying to kiss his butt. There shouldn't be $1 defunded from the New York Police Department. If anything, fund them more. There should be $1 defunded from Minneapolis, and there should be not $1 defunded from Los Angeles or any other city, state. Do not defund the police department, you moronic fools. Fund them more and train them better to support you and your people. Stop with the divide. Protest CNN, protest MSNBC, and stop lying. Now, I love The Rock, as you can tell, but by all means, he should not be president. No disrespect, he's one of my favorite actors of all time. But I don't know enough about The Rock, the people's champion, to be the president of the United States. I will say this. I like what President Trump has done. I didn't vote for him the first time. I did not. But I will vote for him in 2020, not because I'm a Republican or a Democrat or whatever. It's because I can think for myself, and I don't need you, another black man or a sympathetic white man, to tell me how to vote. He's not racist. Whether he has anything against gay or lesbians, I don't know. But LBGQTABC is not going to tell me how to run my life. Read between the lines. Protest. Come to my house and burn down my flag. Case my boot up in your butt. What? Anyway, I think I had enough rant for the day. I'm going to go off on my yacht and enjoy the day with my family. What? Jerome Robinson from the Robinson Report. As my little homie says, we're out.
Ow, yeah,